Hi everybody, Russ from My Hammers 11. I hope you are all safe and well. Another week's gone, guys. Well done. So it's the Sunday Funday 11. For those of you new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell notifications so you're made aware of any time we put new content on. Got some cracking guests coming up in the next few weeks, so please hit the bell icon and subscribe so you don't miss them out, that's for sure. For those of you new to the channel as well, on a Sunday we tend to do things a bit differently. We have the Sunday Funday 11, where I pick a theme or a topic or some sort of restriction, and I'll pick an 11 based on that. And it usually comes out of conversations I've had with people that week. And this one comes from a conversation I had with Gio for his 11 a few weeks ago, and it's a concept I'm going to keep going for the next few weeks as I quite like it as an idea. He basically picked a team where he had one player per country. So it was one French player, one German player, one Spanish player, that type of thing. And I thought that's a really cool concept. But if we flipped it and had a one country team, so a team or a continent, and picking an 11 just from that team, that nation or that continent, as I said. And that's what we're doing today. So today we're going to do Le Bleu 11. The French 11, for those of you who obviously didn't master GCSE or O level or whatever it is, French now. So picking a team who are totally French, who have obviously played for West Ham and played in my lifetime as well. So I've kept that going. Now, obviously we've got quite a big influx of French players. You know, people like Haller and Diop as well. And so, you know, I'm not going to basically include anyone who currently plays for West Ham because it's too easy. If I had Diop, if I had Haller, that's 2 of 11 already. I won't do the maths, but you know, it's always a fair percentage already. So it's going to be people I've seen play who currently don't play for West Ham. Clear as mud, I know. And so you make sense to go for it. In goal, it's got to be, you know, he, as I said before, we've got this player, he smokes Camel or Marlboro, who knows, menthols, I'd imagine. It's Bernard Lamar. He was crazy. He is probably what you want in a goalkeeper. He's so eccentric. Obviously he came to us, didn't play for a long time, but quickly, you know, he got his own song. He'd famously always leave the game. Like he would, like, I don't know if he hung around and had a wash or whatever, but he was always in his car leaving the ground pretty much as soon as the fans were leaving. And I remember one time, you know, anyone down that Green Street, you know, about 5 o'clock, you don't go down there to gone like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Otherwise you're going to get stuck. And he got stuck in the middle, just outside the gates, literally when he came out the players, literally opposite, you know, where the pick and mix shop, where the pick and mix stand was, that type of thing. And just before the church, and everyone was on the car, jumping on his car. We got Bernard Lamar, you know the song, and he was pumping his fist, like loving it. And so yeah, Bernard Lamar, yeah, he was eccentric, he was crazy, but he played for West Ham and he was French. It was him. Now, if we move into the defence, now, as I said, because I put the restriction of they currently can't play. They don't play for West Ham. They can't be in the team. So obviously, I would have put Diop in defence, because we haven't had many centre backs, auxiliary. You know, first I've had to make some auxiliary centre backs out of sort of defensive midfielders. But it doesn't matter. We'll come to that. So left back, Patrice Evra. You know, again, came to us in the latter end of his career. He'd obviously been suspended for kicking that player when he was playing for Marseille, I think. But he was a left back. He played for us. You know, he wasn't particularly, I think his legs had gone a little bit. As I said, he was in the latter, very much in the twilight of his career. But you know, he played for West Ham. He was French, and he was a good crack for social content for sure. And so yeah, I put him in. On the other side, Hammer of the Year, Sebastian Schemmel. I love Schemmel. I've said it before in my 11. I loved him for that season. He was brilliant, and if only he could have replicated that, he would have been in a lot of people's, you know, Hammers 11, you know, best players. of my generation, because he was brilliant, and that year he was fantastic, and then he never replicated that. It was almost like he peaked. Typically, it happens quite a lot at West Ham. They peak in the first season, or when they're on loan they peak, and then we sign them, and then that's it. Then we've got them for 3 years. But we'll put Seb in. Now, as I said, in the centre back positions, I've had to sort of juggle things around and put a few auxiliary sort of midfielders as centre backs. But I think one of them did play centre back for at least one game for us, and that's Alou Diarra. Do you remember him? Came to us, didn't play a hell of a lot of games, but when he played, he did look quality. I'd say he was a quality player, cultured, and did a job for us. You know, again, he was a squad player, but Alou Diarra was in out of necessity more than anything, I'd be honest. And he was partnered with Eduardo Cisse, again, one of Harry's signings. Stylish on the ball, could put a tackle in. Didn't see too much of him, and that's a common theme of a lot of these players in this team. We didn't see a lot of them for various reasons, but we'll put Eduardo Cisse in. So there's quite an interesting set of players. You know, I'll move into the midfield, you know, and talk about people we could have put in. Midfield were slightly better. Obviously, we're fortunate enough. I've had to drop 2 of the midfielders into centre backs because we've got so many of them. On the left, we're going to put Morgan Amalfitano. He was all right. I liked him. Again, didn't see a lot of him. Didn't see too much of him. But he was quick. He was always a danger. I'd always remember when he was playing for West Brom, he was always a bloody danger for us. He always ended up bloody scoring for us. So it was always, we had a lot of players like that. You know, people like Lukaku and people like who always score against us. I don't know why we just don't sign everyone like that. And then they'll never score against us again. But they'll probably never score knowing our luck for us. So we'll put in Morgan Amalfitano. On the other side, got to put in Payet. I'm going to put Payet on the right. I know I hate left-sided people on the right and stuff, but Payet's going to go everywhere on this team anyway. So Dimi Payet, what can you say about him? He was a fan's favourite for that season, season and a half. Then obviously it all went sour, but technically the best player I've ever seen play for West Ham. So he's in terms of Dimitri Payet. Midfield, this is quite an attacking midfield thinking about it. I'm going to put in Sami Nasri. Again, didn't see enough of him. When he played, he was quality. I remember the Man City game at the stadium. He was brilliant for us, but didn't play enough. And obviously, we only had him on a short-term loan anyway, while his ban ran out. And again, I would like to see more. I think he's playing in the Belgium league now. I think he's playing for Anderlecht, so I haven't really checked him out, to be honest. But put Sammy in, and we're going to be partnered with a person who would have probably played left, but I put Morgan Amalfitano. That was Mark Keller. Stylish. It was always, you know, that was my era of Mark Keller. Scored some good goals for us. Did a lot of assists. Now looking back at, you know, the end of Robert Banks' end of the season reviews, you're seeing a lot more, and obviously the interviews and stuff like that. Spoke very eloquently, despite obviously being English not his first language. Not the quickest player in the world. We had people like Lazaridis and people like that who were a lot quicker, but he did a job for us, I think, Mark Keller. So Mark Keller's in. I was going to put in someone like Laurent Courtois. Do you remember him? Again, he sort of like tittered around the first team for a couple of seasons, and I was Christian Basila, who I think I think he played a couple of games for us. Maybe even Man United. Maybe he played against. We played with him, and then got really badly injured, if I remember. He was quite an imposing person, but we've done all right for them. I could have put in Yusuf Sofian. Remember him? Hopefully some blast in the past. And again, you know, did all right for us. Was around, but didn't we see much of him. But to partner to sort of put these two strikers for this Le Bleu 11, I'm going to go firstly with a guy I can never pronounce his name, Jeremy Aliadier. I've pronounced it wrong, I know I have. Aliadier, I don't know. Jeremy, we'll call him Jeremy. And he came in, blaze of glory. Obviously, he was at Arsenal, wasn't he? He came over and didn't really set the world alight, but he's French. He played for West Ham. He's a striker. He's in. And he's going to be partnered by another guy who came in with a blaze of glory for another Premier League team, and that was David Bellion, who I think when we signed him, we were like, oh yeah, because he's Man United. He's done all right there, and then didn't. I think he did, and again, the odd glimpses, but did absolutely bugger all for us as well. And again, this shouldn't be called Le Bloody Awful, or Le Bloody didn't do anything for us for a long period of times. But we're going to put Bellion in. So that's the team. Lama, Evra, Cisse, Diarra and Schemmel. Midfield, Amalfitano, Mark Keller, Nasri and Payet. And up front, David Bellion and Jeremy. Anyway, I hope you had fun. That was interesting. A little bit of fun on a Sunday. And until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.